is Jenna with Uncomplicated Kitchen, and today I'm coming to you in conjunction with Mountain Wise's Produce Prescription Program. Today we're gonna make one of my very favorite, most simplest breakfasts. We're gonna do an egg, veggie, and cheese breakfast sandwich. One of the most awesome things about these breakfast sandwiches or wraps is that you can make a whole bunch, wrap them individually, and stash them in your freezer for later. Over medium-high heat, I added enough oil to coat the bottom of the pan, and then I'm adding 3 big chopped mushrooms. We're gonna let some of the moisture cook out, and we're gonna add a pinch of salt to aid in that process, and then we're gonna add our greens. These mushrooms have cooked for like 4 minutes, and they are looking golden brown around the edges. So that tells me it is time to add a handful of greens. In this mixture, I've got some baby chard, some spinach, and some baby kale. And it was on sale at the grocery store, so I got the fancy mix. But you can easily just use one or the other. And I'm just gonna wilt them super fast by popping a lid on the pan. And in a couple minutes, I'm gonna take that off, give it a final stir, and season it up a little bit, and then those are good. All right, these look amazing, and that is the end of the veggie portion. All right, onto a plate with you. One of the most awesome things about breakfast sandwiches or breakfast wraps is that they're done in a flash, but you need to think about your steps. We don't want cold eggs by the time we're ready to eat, so what you need to do is make sure you have either your tortilla or a couple slices of bread, and you're gonna put a slice of cheese on it, or shred your own, that's fine, or omit cheese if you're not into it. This happens to be Gouda, but you can use whatever you like. I get to use my microwave because the tortilla can easily handle that. So I'm gonna pop this in the microwave for 15 seconds just as my eggs are getting done. I'm gonna do 2 eggs for mine. Crack it on a flat surface. Don't do it on the side of the bowl. If you do it on the side of the bowl, what's gonna happen is you're probably gonna force a whole bunch of shell up in there, and then you're gonna spend all your time fishing it out. So flat surface, crack those eggs. Because I got raw egg on my fingers, I'm gonna wash my hands, and then we're gonna whisk these up and get them in the pan. Just gonna whiskey. Time to make some eggs. All right, same pan that we cooked those veggies in. I just gave it a little rinse, put it right back on the burner here. We're gonna turn this on to medium low. Look, cooking eggs fast doesn't usually end up anywhere good. So I like to go pretty low and slow. So for me, medium, yeah, probably more on the low side is where I wanna go. So I'm gonna add a little bit of butter. Just a little bit, maybe like a ½ teaspoon here. All right, so we're gonna melt that butter in. It's time to add our eggs. All right, I'm gonna leave it sit for a second. Just a little bit of salt and pepper. And if you're into pepper, add as much as you want. All right, now that it started solidifying, I'm gonna move it around the pan. They're starting to solidify, yeah. So I'm just gonna let that gently cook. I'm gonna turn the heat all the way down to low. And I'm just gonna kind of flip these around a smidge. And I can take that off the heat because they are going to cook just from the residual warmth. Perfect. All right, you gotta make sure that your cheese is melted. Go ahead and microwave this for about 15 seconds. Cheese is bubbly. Veggies are still warm. Going on top of that slice of cheese. Then our eggs, now they're all cooked through from that residual heat. I'm gonna pile some of those up. Here's what we've got. Let's say you decide to like really go for it and make enough breakfast sandwiches for a week or 2, right? Here's what you do. So on your piece of foil, you're gonna take 2 slices of bread, or you could do another tortilla. Take a slice of cheese right on the bread. Then you're gonna take your veggies, about an egg, 2 if you can fit it. There you go, right onto there. You close the sandwich. Okay. And because we cooked our eggs very soft, they're less likely to be very overcooked when we reheat. So all you do is you wrap it tightly with foil. Tight wrapping, just like that. And of course, you're gonna label it with exactly what's inside and the date that you made it. And you can make a whole bunch of these and you can stash them in your freezer in like a freezer-approved Ziploc bag or something like that. And you can reheat these on like 250 degrees in a toaster oven or in your regular oven while you're getting ready for wherever you're going. Let's just say you're feeling a little extra special fancy and you want to make a little avocado sauce to go on top of your breakfast sandwiches or your wraps. All right, to begin making this avocado crema, we need a half avocado. Nice ripe avocado, of course. And I'm gonna get it into this container. We need a 1/4 cup of like Greek yogurt, or you can use sour cream for that. Then we're gonna do a little bit of lime juice. Lime juice adds some zip, and prevents it from browning. We're gonna do some salt. You can do some pepper if you want, but I don't love it in this. It's up to you. And a little bit of cumin. And then all we gotta do is blend it up. Immersion blender is amazing for making sauces. Great, I just wanna make sure I clean out the blender. There we go. Extra avocado crema for the road. And a sprinkle of chive if you're feeling fun. There may or may not be a couple of bites missing out of this, but I needed to show you really how good it was and like that it wasn't anybody else enjoying my breakfast wrap. Well, that was incredibly easy and I'm really glad you cooked with me today. Until next time, enjoy your breakfast.